Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. With that, let's get down to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in off a loss last time out, but they're still in the midst of a good stretch here. Winners of 7 of their last 9 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team that wins.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
And how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. That's complete to John Ross. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Rosen. Complete. Smith has it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a first down. First carry now for Gus Edwards. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Yeah, he's got it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Rosen looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Running with Howard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The numbers for Howard a week ago, he was without a doubt one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
A pass complete here to Conley. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Safe. Pilot, 64, weak, 80.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They go with Howard to begin the drive. Stays on his feet, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Running from the gun with Howard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Caught here by Conley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They run with Howard. And Howard stops short. He didn't get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And this one's out of bounds. Is at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rosen. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now Rosen on 1st down. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Again, it's Rosen. And this one complete to Smith. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And now it's Rosen looking. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but it's going to be 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. It gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. Final play of the half here. It's Rosen looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They run once more with Edwards. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
To throw is Rosen. He's got Smith here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Rosen now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
He's checking.
Again, it's Howard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now back to throw. Throw complete to Herndon. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Rosen will throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Complete. Smith has it. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, Rosen. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Rosen. He'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. A gain there of 21 yards. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Edwards now on 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now it's Rosen. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And here come the Bills. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 2nd and 5. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. It's got some fun when we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed. And now they're acting like wide receivers, too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receiver.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Miami, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, this was basically just an exhibition game for them.